Come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is going to be my review for The Quad. This is season 1, episode 3. Now, not too much has changed. Let's go on to the band leader is basically still dogging Noni out. That's just like a constant. You know, every time we see them, he is always pushing, bumping, you know, just antagonizing and just treating her bad. That's just what he does. And it's ridiculous. And then in this episode, we actually get to see the fact that Cecil actually realizes what he's actually doing. This whole episode actually surrounds around a fundraising cocktail party that's being given up at Eva's house. And one of the things, now you got this girl, no, because she's a small frame female, and you got her carrying all of this equipment and everything. And here, Cecil says to Danny, the band leader, did you tell her about the dolly? There's a dolly. She figured out for herself. And he just kind of just lets that go. So it's just really, you know what, they're really, really irritating with that. But, you know, this type of stuff goes on. People on a job, basically, there are people like that just will go at you, and there's people that see it and will turn a blind eye to it. It's just nasty. It's nasty and really hard to watch. But again, Noni, you could only feel but so sorry for her because you did shady shit to even get there. You know, you were underhanded, backhanded, and keeping quiet about certain shit to even get there. So, you know, they say watch what you ask for because you just might get it. Let's talk about Sydney. Sydney and her roommate Madison. Madison is still back and forth every episode. We're seeing Madison in this situation with the boyfriend. The boyfriend's not returning calls. Again, more things that happen. People, they date in high school and stuff, and they think they're all in love, and then one goes to college, or they both go to college. It may not be the same college. Sometimes it's the same college, and they grow apart, and it kind of just breaks up. I don't know if we're going to have to keep watching to see if it has to do with the fact that Madison goes to a black college. Is that what's creating the separation? You know, because she waited and waited and waited and waited for him to come to this party. He never showed up. Is it that he doesn't want to be around these black people? Or, you know, it could be any number of things. So we'll have to see some more about that later on. But yeah, that came up, and I kind of felt bad for her because she's just hanging on. And Sydney's just like, girl, he done stood you up, child. You know, Sydney's a bitch. She ain't got time for the bullshit. He done stood you up, bitch. That's all there's to it. So, we basically seen a flashback from 2 weeks prior when Eva was in the process of setting up the party, and old boyfriend, six-pack, Jason, he was actually laying around with her and basically knew about the party and all that. And she told him at that time, you're not to show up at this party. And he's like, oh, no, I was just joking. You know, he's like, yeah, when I come to the party. So she's like, I was just joking. You know, this, that thing, and the other. And that was that. Well, sure enough, when the party was getting started, didn't he bring his little, because see, I'm starting to notice about him too. He's a little vindictive. Just a bit. You know, he's a little vindictive. He showed up at the party with a female as one of his female professors, which one, you know, that wasn't going to be too hot, you know, because it's a female and she's older, and you know he likes old puss, honey. So that was kind of like, really in my face. Showed up. Eve was like, what are you doing here? You know, this, that, and thing. They went through this whole exchange of like they didn't know each other. Real interesting. Yeah, real interesting. And then she ends up Sydney starts flirting with him. And then Eva's like, oh, yes, this is my daughter, my one and only daughter, this, that, thing, and the other. And he's like, oh, your daughter? She's like, yeah. And then Sydney gives Eva, okay, mom, go away. So, of course, Eva plays her hand and she goes on and she continues, walking around trying to beg money on the slide and all that, classily begging money. And when she wraps back around about 30, 40 minutes later, boyfriend and Sydney's still out there talking. She like, really? Seriously? And that's what she says. She came down. She says, Sydney, Jason actually came to the party with Professor, whatever her name was, and said that he's kind of left her alone, which is really, really rude, and he needs to get back to her. Child, didn't Sydney give him very much of, give me your phone, and put her number in his phone, and he played right along into it. I said, you know what? If for nothing else, that's 2, 3 strikes. You're out. First, you come in here with this old bitch to my party that I told you that I didn't want you to attend at my house. You bring another bitch at my house trying to make me jealous and trying to get around what I said. Then you come in here and you flirting around with my motherfucking daughter. 3 strikes, you're out, motherfucker. I said, I wouldn't give a fuck how good the dick is or how pretty he was and how cute he is. He's a disrespectful, vindictive, shady motherfucker, and he would pay. He would pay. He would go away. He would have to go away. But anyway, Sydney's hot ass. She went on, and that was that. Let's talk about Cecil Diamond. Oh, yeah, there was another little part. He ended up telling her, meet me in your bedroom in 5 minutes. So they go up to the bedroom. She go to the bedroom. He comes up to the bedroom. He in there now. He wants to suck her pussy real fast. Playing all these games. Eva cussed his motherfucking ass out. Told him, this is not a game. I'm at work. I asked you not to even be here. And you're pulling stunts and then trying to play with my daughter. She's like, it's time for you to leave. Leave. I was like, all right, girl. But he didn't, he did eventually leave, but he got some issues. But anyway, so let's talk about Cecil Diamond. Cecil Diamond, we found out they did a flashback on him. He's laying up in a hotel room with, I thought it was this woman, child, it's a whore. It's a whore. He has a weekly appointment with a call girl, beautiful woman, and he actually, I think he really loves her actually, because that's the first time you ever see him with his guard all the way down. You find out through that conversation, he had another couple times he's having these pains. We found out where the pains are coming from. He actually has lung cancer. He has lung cancer. He's gotten a second opinion. It is what it is. He doesn't know what he's going to do as far as treatment and that kind of thing, but pretty much it's not a good thing. He hasn't told his sister. We found out that he has a sister that he hasn't communicated with in like 10 years. They were in 10 years, they don't have a good relationship. Really? Can't imagine him with not a good relationship with somebody with this nasty stuff. But anyway, so you got all that going on. And I think he actually does really like this whore. And she's like, well, let me go. The conversation was getting too heavy. She's like, let me go. So I was like, interesting. So you a trick. All right, Cecil. I see that for him. Throughout the program, we also see somebody sitting in a dim room, altering and editing some footage, some video footage. And you can't really tell what it is. For half of the program, I thought it was, because you see like bushes and different things, and you see a male and a female, and then you see them like, I don't know if it looked like they fell on the bushes or they wrestled into the bushes, and like something was going on, and you can't really see, but they're trying to get it all zoomed in and everything. And I'm saying, oh my God, is this the footage from Cedric's girlfriend being killed? So I'm like, okay. And you don't ever see who it is that's actually doing it. So that's all going on. Talk about Cedric, since we brought up Cedric. Cedric got a visit a week prior from Eva. She wanted him to come and perform. He did like a spoken word piece about Chirac and all of this, and basically growing up in Chicago and his life. and what's leading him to his going to college. She wanted him to come and perform that piece at her party because it would be very inspirational, showing, this is an underprivileged child we have that's actually here now and this kind of thing. And that's basically what you want to show at that party because, you're trying to get people to donate money. So you want to show the good you're doing in the community, and the children you're bringing in and helping, or young adults. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute, too. Now let me just cover that now. There's a woman named May who works for some bank. Black woman. Nasty black bitch is what she was. There's a point where Madison was over by Eva. Eva introduces Madison to May, and she's telling her, the promising things about Madison and how she's just an exquisite student and how she actually got there and everything. And she says, so did you come here because you got a full ride or did you come here because you wanted to be here? And she said, well, I'd have to be truthful and say, yes, it's because of my full ride and scholarship here, but I really appreciate it because if this wouldn't have been offered to me, I wouldn't have been in school anywhere. I come from a family, we didn't have money. So, I mean, my choices, I didn't have choices like that. It was what it was. But I'm so very happy to be here and I'm really appreciative of everything that's happened. And, really happy to be here because I wouldn't get schooling. I couldn't afford it. Honey, and May went right past that and was given, whatever. And said something to her about, well, I don't really, feel like my bank wants to give our dollars for white students, honey, to be coming here to this black college, honey. You should help some students that look like more like me, that have my background. I said, oh, you're a nasty black bitch. I was like, she had me hot. I said, oh my God. And Madison went on to excuse herself because she felt bad, about what was going on. She made her feel really bad. I said, that's terrible. And Eva was looking at her like, bitch, really? Told her, well, maybe let's meet up this week and have a sit down. I want them to show that because I'm sure Eva's going to get her ass together. So I'm here for that. So anyway, that goes on. All right. So in the meantime, in between time, you got some folks from the football team. And then you also have people from the band because they're entertaining. They had a singer, girl with a little ball. She's cute as she can be. Dressed, she's singing her ass off, singing some jazz tunes. She was good. I enjoyed that. And in between takes, Noni decided to get her some shit started. She was talking to Cedric a little bit. Cedric and her, Cedric said to her, have you talked to Ebony? And she's like, oh, no, I haven't talked to her. Shade. And Cedric's like, oh, yeah, I talked to her. She's doing good. This, that thing, and the other. I'm going to go up and see her. Maybe you want to ride. You want to go with me? And she's like, oh, yeah, maybe if I'm not busy. But anyway, so that was that. In the midst of that, Cedric actually got to see some of the bad treatment that Danny actually gives to Noni. And he was like, hey, what the fuck? And she's like, it's okay, it's okay. So after that, you see Noni. We know Noni can be backhanded. Noni goes and tells the football player some shit that the band says about them, and then told the band some shit that the football players say about them. So hold on to that. Okay, so Pinkerton. We see him floating around, and he was meeting with some friends of his, and in the little corner and said, so it looks like you ain't got rid of Black Ivy yet, huh? Black Ivy is what they actually refer to Eva as. And he said, no, not yet. They said, I thought you said it was time for you to get on up out of it. He said, yeah, I think it just is. So when we flash back, we actually see him at a white college. And he was actually offered a job. And he was getting ready to sign. And then he decided not to sign at the last minute, apologized for wasting time, and said, he was going to stay with his alma mater. And that just goes to show you're just so nasty and hateful and spiteful that you didn't take the job just because you want to run her off. You'd rather stay there and take the task of trying to run her off. You're unhappy. Go the fuck on about your business. Just mean and nasty and just lifeless. He's a mess. And I can't wait to see something bad is going to happen to him. Something's bad going to happen to him because that's how karma works. And I'm here for it. I can't wait to see it. But anyway, okay, so Cedric, you see him going through all these different changes, and that's starting to wear me out. Watching Cedric going through. He doesn't feel like he fits in. Sure enough, there's shade that goes on. Even when he approached Eva's house, she had people at the door. There's two black guys that were, two little security guards. They're shady. Seeing his name on the list, the one want to give him a hard time. The other one's like, oh, I see your name. Go ahead through. And the other one, Cedric here overhears him. He's like, if that was us and we had attempt somebody accuse us of murder, we wouldn't just get back in this. That. Just a hateful motherfucker, jealous about nothing. Because really, what is it to be jealous of Cedric? Cedric ain't got shit going on. Just hateful and ridiculous. There's haters all over. And then he gets in there. He's not dressed like everyone else, and he just feeling out of place. And I'm like, Cedric, some of this you're bringing on yourself because Demetria's character, you've been raised. So you're not crazy. You're not crazy. You know what the world offers. And some of this, you're just wallowing in self-pity and bringing some of it on yourself. But, whatever. So he goes in. He starts to do, whenever he does get the chance to start to do his piece, he starts to do it. He's looking around the room. The one that's making the biggest stink, his eyes right on his roommate, Bryce's dad. He's like, I don't understand this. I don't even know what he's talking about. This, that. And he's watching him. And all of that's just starting. And, people were looking at him like, what the fuck is this shit? People, your own people, looking at you, making you uncomfortable. And he ended up switching that shit up and went over and started freestyling and literally went around the room and read all the motherfuckers in the room. Talk about how he really didn't even want to be there. Talk about how the college game you was really whack. The football team was whacked on one game and think they the shit now. The band ain't shit. And how they pick on the underlings and this, that, and the other, and everybody's trying to make a cover up and this, that, and the other. And Eva, you could just see her face cracking, like I stepped out, because she stepped out to do something different by even having them there, and now you're sitting there fucking embarrassing the hell out of me. So you can see her cracking. I was like, oh God. And he did. He went through the whole thing, offended everybody, and then basically gave the mic drop, and I'm out at it. I was like, oh my God. So that was good but bad all at the same time. Everybody's just kind of looking at each other. And eventually we're going to run into this thing with Bryce, where the whole story comes out about Bryce and the daddy and what the daddy did. Because Bryce still feels like his dad actually helped Cedric to get out. Wrong answer. So anyway, after that happened and the room was real tense. You got, we're standing around after that. You see Danny end up saying something to the football coach, to one of the football players. And the next thing you know, they literally start fighting. Like like they're at a frat party. Just tearing up Eva's house and fighting. She is just mortified at this point. So they pull all that together, clear them all out, and then that Pinkerton standing over there with that motherfucking smug look on his face and gonna sip his champagne and look at Eva like, look at this bullshit you got going on, Black Ivy bitch. And he walks on out. I said, that's a mess. And you can see Eva, her face, it's like her whole evening was just fucked up. I was like, all right, Eva girl, she gonna get together. But then after that, then somebody walks up to her and says, I'm sorry to even show you this, but they show her the phone. You hear these phones going off, ding, ding, ding. Whoever it was actually had the footage. They showed the footage, and Eva's looking, and her face is like, what in the fuck? Goes outside. We outside. Madison and Sydney standing there, and Madison's looking, and she's like, Sydney, look at this. She looking at Sydney. Here Sydney breaks down because in the footage, it's Sydney. It's Sydney in the footage. It's Sydney and some guy, and he literally wrestled her to the ground and raped her. Is what we're actually seeing in the footage, and it just broke her, and that's where it ended out at. So I can't wait to see where we're getting ready to go with this, and I'm sure it's going to be very, very interesting because of the fact that all the stuff that happened with Sydney and the alcohol and the stripping and all of that, and then you get raped. I can imagine what if she finds the person that actually raped her. That court case is going to be a mess because there'll be a whole bunch of victim shaming going on. So this is getting ready to get really, really interesting. All right, guys, keep watching. I will see you guys next week. Bye.